Right, good afternoon. Today, I think we have to start from 7.5. Or have we complete that one? 7.5? Complete? No. Have we completed 7.5? No, no. Responsibility were discussed, no? 7.4 was covered. Right. So today I have to start with 7.5. Page number 25. Competing demand of project objective, cost and time. Right, if I remind you what we have discussed up to now. So first of all, we identify what is a project, no? What is a project? That was the beginning. So how we define a project? If you remember, in a project, we have a specific objective to achieve, no? Right. Then within the given cost and within the given time periods. To achieve a specific objective within the given time, within the given cost, we carry out some tasks, no? We carry out some tasks to achieve that. Accordingly, if you remember, we identified three main constraints of a project. Do you remember? Right, we identify three main constraints of a project. Constraint කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? සීමාවන් කියන එකනේ. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක් carry out කරද්දී අපිට මොහොන දෙන සීමාවන් තුනක් අපි අඳුනගත්තා. Right. So what are the three constraints we identify? Scope. I identify same as quality also. I didn't identify difference between scope and the quality, no. Then time. Then other one is cost. Or cost, we use another word, budget, no. Budget word was used with the cost element. If you look at about these three main constraints, they are completing each other. What is that? They're competing each other. Competing. Right? When you're trying to achieve one, right, then you may not be able to achieve another. Right? For example, if you try to complete the project with the expected quality, that always may need additional resources. Additional resources. In other word, right? Additional resources mean cost, no? So when you are taking additional resources, then we have to spend more money on the cost. Similarly, if you try to complete the project on time, that may have an influence on the quality of the project. For example, we'll say here, ISA, they have allocated, we'll say 100 hours for me and tell complete the course. Time limitation is given. What I can do? I can totally ignore the quality. I can come up with the PowerPoint presentations. I don't want to go through each word. Right? I can go with the PowerPoint presentation and I can explain the things and complete it. Time target was achieved, but it will affect what? Quality of the course, no? So it will have an impact on the quality of the costs, quality of the course. So therefore, so we have to make some decision between these three variables. it can be quality, it can be cost, it can be time. For example, suppose now we are delaying a particular project. Right? So then, in that scenario, if we still want to complete the project on time, we may have two options. One is get additional resources, do some additional work, for example, after 5 o'clock work, Saturday, Sunday work, and complete the project work on time. So that will have an influence on what? Cost. When you are getting the service of the people on Saturdays and Sundays, you have to pay for them, no? You can't take it free of charge. Am I correct? I will give a simple example. Today morning I went to office. There are some people working, right? There's a guy, he told me yesterday I would come, but I will not claim any overtime. That type of people are very rare, no? But what I asked him is, why you are not claiming that one, right? So we have to pay it, no? Since he is leaving his volunteer service, no? Right? Did you get the point what I am telling? Right? So normally when you are trying to complete the project on time, so that ultimately increase the cost, no? Right? පැහැදිලි මේ කියන කාරණේ. දැන් අපි මේක ළඟා කරගන්න උත්සාහ කරද්දී එක ඔප්ෂන් එකක් තමයි මොකද වැඩිපුර කාලය අරගෙන ඕවර් ටයිම් මෙහෙම කළා ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කම්ප්ලීට් කරගන්න එක. ඒක ප්‍රතිඵලයේ විදිහට මොකද වෙන්නේ? කොස්ට් එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Right? What is the other option? Huh? So you complete the project on time, but without meeting the quality standard, right? So දැන් හොඳම quality අපි වැඩේ කරන්නේ අඩු quality බොහොම උඩින් මෙහෙන් මේවා කරලා දාලා වැඩි ඉවර කරලා දානවා. So that will have an impact on the quality aspects, no? So therefore you have to carefully manage these three variables. Right, we'll look at about the notes. Competing demand of project objectives, cost and time. This objective actually refer with the quality, right here, right? Here a project will be successful if it is completed on time within the budget, then it achieves its intended objectives. In practice, there is often a problem. The project objective may be more difficult to achieve than expected. Tasks may run late so that the expected completion time is differ. Or actual cost for the project may exceed the budget. Right? Then you are not going to achieve the budget targets, no? When problem arise, the project manager may need to make compromise between objectives. Compromise කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? එකක් වෙනුවෙන් තව එකක් කැප කරනවා කියන එකනේ compromise කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? So sometimes you have to sacrifice the objective to achieve the time target and the cost target, like that. For example, if the project is running late, the project manager can ask the project committee for permission to what he can do, obtain extra resources even though this will add to the project cost. That is one thing. What is the other one? Reduce the scope of the project so that it can be completed more quickly. Scope of the project means that affected what actually? Quality, no? Quality will be affected through that. Right, then there is a question given. Look at that question also, question number 5 given. Right, I think you can understand, no? Right, with that we can complete first area in project management. I think I gave a homework question, no? You didn't remind me to discuss it. Am I correct? Have I given homework questions? Please remind me, right, if I have given any homework question for you. Yes or no? Yes, I give homework question for you. Shall you look at that question also before moving to the next area? I think June 2017 paper. June 2017 paper, question number 3. June 2017 paper, question number 3. So look at the part A. Part A, explain the stages of the project life cycle to the finance director to ensure that the project is successfully conducted. Explain the stages of the project life cycle to the finance director to ensure that the project is successfully conducted. Stages. So what are the stages we have to use? How many stages? 6 stages are there. Project definitions, outline project definition and cost benefit analysis, project team establish, detailed project plan, the project work is undertaken, implementations. Those are 6 steps you have to write. What examiner tell on this? Shall I read the comment on the comment of the examiner regarding the students' answers? He say part A, right? Listen carefully. Project definition, cost, benefit analysis, establishment of project team, detailed project planning, undertaking the project and implementation of the stages. Somehow just name the stages without being explained. That's the first mistake students have done. Somehow just name the stages without being explained. 6 නිකන් ලියාගෙන ගියා 1 2 3 4 5 කියලා දාලා ඇතුලේ මුකුත් නැහැ. බොඩි එක ඇතුලේ කිසි දෙයක් ලියලා නැහැ. Right? Then you will lose the marks, no? The next is somehow listed out life cycle stages as objective of the project, reason for the project, cost of the project, etc., which earn only a few marks. Most of the students have not adequately explained the relevant stages in relation to scenario provided. Most of the students have not adequately explained the relevant stages in relation to scenario provided. Then he say example need of the project here to diversify the business into the leisure sector was not stated. That's the next things. I didn't read the facts given here. So, I told you last week also, when you are answering application question, whenever they have given some facts relevant to the theory part, you have to show them, no? Right, in this question, the requirement is to diversify business into leisure sector. That is the project objective. That has not been stated by the students. Then some incorrectly stated beta testing and market testing, technical implementation, pre-launch review, post-launch review, etc. as stages of project life cycle. What is that? Stages in product development. Some students have mentioned about the stages in product development. Because the next thing, some stated product life cycle stages. Some stated product life cycle stages, namely introduction stage, growth stage, maturity and decline stage, which earn no marks. Then unknown. Read the question very carefully. You should not go to different world. විභාග පැතුරේදී විශේෂයෙන්ම දැන් තමන්ගේ මනස එහෙම මෙහෙට යනවා නම් එහෙම so you have to make some improvement on that. දැන් විභාග පැතුරේදී එහෙට මෙහෙට ගියොත් එහෙම මනස ටක් ගාලා වෙන දෙයක් තමයි ටක් ගාලා වෙන තරක තියෙන දෙයක් අල්ලගෙන ඒක ලියනවා. ලයිෆ් සයිකල් මතක් වුණා ලිව්වා ඒ කතාව. ඒක වෙනවා. So you have to avoid those scenarios actually. Right, shall I go through the facts given here also? Then we can get a more idea on this. During a recent board meeting, Upcountry Plantation PLC approved in principle a proposal by the CEO to diversify into the leisure sector. Look at that one. During a recent board meeting, Upcountry Plantation PLC approved in principle a proposal by the CEO to diversify into the leisure sector. Diversify into the leisure sector as a result of the continuing downward trend in the company's performance in tea plantations. What do you think about that? That should be the project objective, no? You want to diversify. So if you have not stated, you will lose marks. We'll see whether there are any other more point we can extract. For a plantation company, the strategic initiative is quite a new experience, being far from their accountants' core competencies. The board recommended the appointment of a high-level project manager whose initial assignment will last for a period of 9 months. What is that? Project manager life period is how much? It's 9 months, no? Period? And estimated cost of the project is 5 million. You have to mention those 2 points. Especially, you have to mention that one under these outline project definitions. Cost is 5 million. Estimated lifetime may be 9 months, no? Since the project manager lifetime is 9 months. Then at the same time, under detailed project plan also, you have to state those 2 points. 3 points now you have to extract. The project manager will work under the guidance of the finance director to come up with a comprehensive project feasibility plan. This is very critical to the future of UPP as it only has limited resources due to continuing losses incurred in the past, which has eroded its reserve. You have been appointed as a project manager of this project. Now, theory part is known to you, no? Here the most important thing is you are able to pick the point from the given case. One point is when you are writing about the project objective or scope under the second point, you have to clearly state objective is diversify into the leisure sector. Within the same point, you have to write about the project completion. Estimated project completion time is 9 months and estimated cost is 5 million. Same 3 points should be again you have to shown under the detailed project plan also. How many people have done that one? How many people have identified those things? 1 is there, 2 is there. How many people have actually answered the questions? Then the people who have answered have captured it. That's the conclusion I have to make, no? දැන් මම අර පේපර් එකක් print කරලා දුන්නා දැන් කවුරුත් මට SMS එකක් ආවෙ නැහැ සර් මම එනවා පේපර් එක ලියන්න කියලා. No one send SMS and ask. දැන් මම if someone tell මට එවුවනම් message එකක් මම මේ වෙලාවට එනවා කියලා මම එනවා. මොකද මම ඔෆිස් එකට වෙලා හිටියේ. The morning. So no one. Now you have been given the paper, no? Paper එක හම්බුණා නේද? දැන් ගෙදරදී ලියවත් වෙන සතියක් ගෙනත් දෙන්න. දෙන්න no other option. එහෙම නැත්නම් හෙට ලියන්න tomorrow. Tomorrow you can write it and you can discuss with me after 3 o'clock. So if you are not no need, if you are not having classes in the afternoon tomorrow, then after the theory part you can write it. Then after that at 3 o'clock I will be free. At that time you can discuss the paper with me. That is another option. No need to talk on that. Little bit be serious about yourself. That's the only thing I have to tell. Right. Look at the part B. Part B. Outline 4 responsibilities of the project manager. That is theory, no? Nothing to write new here. We have discussed how many points? 9 points. Right? You have to write only 4 out of 9. Very simple. Not a difficult one at all. Right. Shall we move to another questions? June 2019 paper. Question number 3. June 2019 paper, question number 3. Part A, look at the part A. Outline 4 responsible project manager. How many marks? 6 marks. Last time how many marks? 4 marks. No? See, it's really good, no? Yes, allocate more marks. 6 marks. Then part B, look at the part B. Explain to Varuna how to deal with the above problem of not achieving the required target. That is application. Right? Explain to Varuna how to deal with the above problem of not achieving the required target, 4 marks. Right? Take 7 minutes and try to develop an answer on that. time is more than the requirement, right? So what actual examiner has done here, if you remember the question given in the theory tude, it is similar to this, no? Because he want to test that one. So what are the problem he can encounter? First of all, you have to tell what is the requirement of a project. What is the requirement of a project? To complete project on time within the given cost by achieving the stated objectives. You can write that point first. Now here, what are the problems they can encounter? One problem is meeting the quality of the flats. They may not be able to complete the flat with the expected quality. That is one area they may face problems, right? So if they try to complete the flat with the expected quality, that may increase the cost. Or what is the other thing which can happen? Which may take more time, right? Then you have to address that. What are the suggestions you can make? Take additional time and complete the project by delaying it in that scenario. Other option is take additional resources that will increase the cost and complete it on time also by achieving the project objectives. Any other issues? That is relevant with the quality factor, right? Then what about the time factor? If they are unable to meet the project on time, one option is to reduce the quality, no? The scope of the project and complete on time, right? Or other option is get additional resources. Get resources and complete the project on time, like that overtime work. Example, overtime work and complete on time. Then cost one. One option is to get the approval from top management, no, or steering committee to exceed the simulated cost. Anything else? What is the other option? If you still want to complete the project within the given cost, what you can do? Complete the project by compromising the scope, no, or quality of the project. Those are the options you can write. This is not difficult. බොහොම සරලයි. ඒකත් තමයි ටයිම් එකනේ. අපි අවශ්‍ය කරන කාලෙට මේක ෆිනිෂ් කරන්න බැරි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක හිතන්න ඕනේ එහෙනම් මොකද ගන්න පුළුවන් පියවර. ටයිම් එකටම මේක ඇචීව් කරන්න නම් එක්ක කොස්ට් එක අනිවාර්යෙන් වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒක ඔප්ෂන් එක. ඕඩර් ටයිම් එහෙම කළා අපි ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කම්ප්ලීට් කරන එක. එහෙම නැත්නම් ක්වොලිටි එක අඩු කරනවා අපි. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකේ ක්වොලිටි එක අඩු කළා ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කම්ප්ලීට් කරන එක. එහෙම පුළුවන් නේ. එහෙම ඔප්ෂන් ටිකක් ලියන්න තියෙනවා. This can be easily obtained. Not difficult. Do I want to give an answer on this? I think many people have correctly answered. People who have correctly answered, how many people? I have just completed the discussion on this. Right, shall I give an answer then? Write an answer for this. Right. Right. Project objective is to complete within the expected quality and meeting time target given and finishing project within the given cost. Within the given cost. In this project, objective is to build 20 apartment within 5-year period, and given budget of USD 2 million. Varna may be facing some problem. Sorry, Varna is facing problem. No, maybe can be. Varna is facing problem. To complete project in line with stated objectives, in line with stated objectives, he can take following actions to deal with problem of not achieving the required target. Right, under that, right, first one, get the approval of project steering committee to complete project by taking more time second one, get the approval of project steering committee to spend more money third point, take additional resources and complete project on time. Example, overtime work, overtime work, overtime work. Right, the next point, reduce the scope of the project, reduce the scope of the project so that it can be completed, so that it can be completed more quickly. It can be completed more quickly. Next point, outsource, outsource, outsource some of the work to a third party, some of the work to a third party, within brackets subcontracting, subcontracting. Right, with that we can complete that questions and we can move to the next theory area, project management techniques. Project management techniques. Project management techniques. Right. So at the beginning I told you there are two main topics we are going to discuss in relation to project. So we have already completed the first topic. Now I am moving to the second topic. Project management techniques. Under project management techniques, we can discuss two main project management techniques. One is cost management techniques. Cost management techniques. Other one is time management techniques. Now you know that there are three constraints in a project: scope, time and cost. So this focused on time and the cost. By using these techniques, we are trying to ensure we are going to complete the project on given time within the given cost. That is the expectations. පැහැදිලි කියන කාරණේ දැන් මේක අපි භාවිතා කිරීම අරමුණ තමයි අර ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකේ අපි අඳුරගත්ත ප්‍රධාන සාධක වලින් දෙකක් ඒ අවශ්‍ය වෙන විදිහට ඉටු වෙනවා කියන එක සාතික කරගන්න එක තමයි මේකේ අරමුණ වෙන්නේ. So that is our objective here. Right. So cost management techniques, we are going to discuss three cost management techniques: project budget, resource histogram, then Gantt chart. From here, I am not going to discuss this project budget in detail. Just I'm going to just introduce that concept, but I have to discuss other two in detail. Then, in relation to time management techniques, we are going to discuss three. critical path method or CPM, which identify same as network analysis also. Network analysis. Then the second one is PERT analysis. PERT, P-E-R-T. P-E-R-T. PERT analysis. Project evaluation and review techniques. Project evaluation and review techniques. Then the third one is Gantt chart again. In this scenario, actually, Gantt chart can be used as cost management techniques plus as a time management techniques. For both purpose, we can use Gantt chart. Right. First of all, we'll discuss project budgets. Project budget. Project budgets. What is budget? Normally, budget is prepared for present, past or future. Future, no? Right. Here, what we are going to do, in relation to project work, we are going to do cost estimations. Cost estimations. Right? Cost estimations. This will identify the relevant cost element in details. Relevant cost element will be identified in detail. For example, we'll say ERP project. Very simple example. For example, there will be some hardware cost. There will be some software cost. Right. Then there will be some labor cost. There will be replacement cost. That should be also part of that, no? Replacement cost. කන්න දෙන්න බෑ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් කාලේදීනේ. උදේට දෙන්න ඕනේ වනිස් ගෙඩියක්. වනිස් ගෙඩියකුයි කෙසෙල් ගෙඩියකුයි තව මොන හරි දෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට දවල්ට කෑම දෙන්න ඕනේ ලන්ච් දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඊපස්සේ හවසට ආයිසරයක් මොන හරි කේක් කෑල්ලකුයි මොන හරි ගෙනත් දෙන්න ඕනේ. Not easy in organization context. For example, yesterday night I had a dinner. So I am also in a project. Project එකේ කට්ටියට dinner එකක් තිබ්බා. Right, see? Now, so it's a cost, no? From the organizational point of view. So when you are planning the project work, so you have to identify that one in details, right? Details. So for example, in ERP1, so here you will identify the required the hardware element, right? Like it may be servers, there may be different IT equipment, no? The software side, there may be the ERP software, the database may be there, like Oracle, right? There are different databases, no? It should be supported like that. So you'll identify details. Then what you have to ensure actually? You have to ensure within the given cost, you actually spend money. For example, labor cost, right? You should not exceed the amount given, no? So within the given amount, you have to complete the project work. Replacement, you say you found that in the middle of the project, replacement cost is a little bit high than the expected budget amount. I thought little period eකට replacement කපන්න ඕනේ. දැන් Ferran Sansoling ඉස්සලා ගෙනාවා නම් රෝල් එක ඒක replace කරලා ළඟ තියෙන කඩේකින් ගේන්න ඕනේ. Like that, no? You have to take actions immediately. Right? So that's the objective of budget actually. When you have budget, so it will guide you, no? Right? Within that one, you will spend the money. Right. Then the next one is resource histogram. Resource histogram. What is resource histogram? Resource histogram right. If I go for a definition regarding this one, it say resource histogram is a chart or diagram, right? It's a chart or diagram for planning the amount of resources, typically people, that will be needed for each week or day or month of a project. Look at the definition here. A resource histogram, resource histogram is a chart or diagram, for planning the amount of resources. For planning the amount of resources. Here the keyword is the resources. No, we are using this one to plan the resources, amount of resources. Here example is also given. Typically people. Normally what is the resource we are focusing here? Typically people, no? Right? Typically people. Then you can identify that will be needed for each week. That will be needed for each week. Then or day or month of a project. A day or month of a project. Right. If you look at about the definition here, chart or diagram. Chart එකක් කොහම අර නිකන් මෙහෙම ලස්සනට අඳිනවනේ කෑලි කෑලි දාලා. right? diagram කොහම එහෙම ලස්සනට කෑලි අඳින්නේ නැහැ. මොනවා හරි අපි පොඩි එක්ක අර arrow use කරලා මොනවා හරි එහෙම කරන ගත්තා diagram එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. right? It can be a chart or diagram for planning the amount of resources, typically people, that will be needed for each week, a day or month of a project. This may be difference. You may decide whether we are going to identify the resource based on day basis, week basis or month basis. For a long project, probably month basis, no? For a short project, it may be day basis, like that, right? Here, very simple, right? What are you going to do with the project time period? We look at about the project time period here, right? Here the time period, and we try to identify the resource requirement during the time period of the project. Here, normally, when you talk about the resources, here we are going to consider about the labor resources normally. Here we look at the resource requirement, here resources, here labor normally, right? We'll say we have a project. We'll say that lasts for 5 days. Sorry, we'll say for 5 weeks. Week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose first week, suppose we need 5 person for the project work. So we draw here. For the first week, suppose we need 5 people, right? Then suppose second week we need 7 persons. Then here we are in 5. So third week we need 3 persons. Fourth week we'll say 5. Fifth week we'll say 10. So we just draw it. Right? Now we know in each week how many people we need. First week we need 5 people. Second week we need 7. Third week we need 3. Fourth week we need 5. Fifth week we need 10. Now what is the importance of this? Now we know our actual requirement. Accordingly, we can plan for that. How can we plan for that? We know some week we need less number of people. Some week we need more people. Right? Suppose, for example, for this particular project work, we have assigned 5 people. 5 full-time employees have been allocated for the project work. Now, after we have drawn this, we know that in some week, this number will not be sufficient. In this example, week number 2 and 5, we need more people. In week number 3, week number 2, we need 7 people. Additionally, how many people we need? 2 people. We have to get that 2 people additionally. Then week number 5, we need additional 5 people. Now in advance, we can plan for that one. Right? So, normally what will happen, project manager will, according to this document, he will present this one to the project steering committee. Project steering committee know that one. Then they will, in advance, they will identify how they are going to cover this 2 weeks, how they are going to get additional resources. For example, we'll say finance guy will say, I will give 1 person. Marketing guy say, I will also give 1 person during the week number 2 and 5. Now HR guy also in the upset wage for it. I will say, I will also give 1 person in week number 5. Right? So like that, they will identify the way of completing that one. Then, look at week number 3 here. What about week number 3 here? For the project work, we have 5 people, but we need how many people actually? 3. Additionally, we have 2 persons, 2 additional resources. So then what we can do? If you have 2 additional resources, one option is you can ask 2 persons to go to their normal job. Ask them, don't involve in the project work, go to your normal work and do it. Or sometimes you may find, we'll say, week number 5 work, some of the work may be performed in week number 3 also, that will not have an impact to the project. Without completing this week number 4 activity, right? Some of them, week number 5 activity can be done in early. In that scenario, you may ask 2 persons to involve in that work. The work we have planned for the week number 5. If there is no relationship between the activities, that can be done, no? But if there are some relationship, then you can't do that one. For example, if you have planned, we'll say activity number 4 in week number 4, without completing activity number 4, you can't perform, suppose you can't perform activity number 5. In that scenario, in the week number 3, you can't do the activity number 5, because activity number 4 should be completed, no? So it depends. Clear? That one. Then what you can do actually? You can plan. Additionally, if you want to show this one more, you can draw the existing employee also. You can draw a line here by identifying the existing number of employees. Then you can easily identify in 1 week, in what week we have excess labor, in what week we have shortage in labor. Look at the note given. Read what is given in the note also. Given in the barn. but very low possibility to test a question from this. Only thing examiner can ask you is to define what is resource histogram for 2 to 3 marks. At your level, I don't think he will ask you to draw this one and like that. That will never happen. And never tested in the exam. Right, then we'll move to next techniques, critical path method, OCPM. Critical path method, OCPM. Critical path method. Same we are going to identify as network analysis also. Network analysis. Network analysis. How many people have learned this one previously? Maybe with the MA subject? Yes. Some people have learned. Right. People who have learned will face a lot of difficulties. When I am doing this one, people who have not learned will not face any difficulty. Normally, that should not be the way, no. But here that will happen because there are different way of doing the same thing. The method I am going to apply may be different from another lecturer. That's the problem. Right? Right. Now you know one thing about this. Critical path method is a technique which is used for controlling cost or time. Under what we have identified this? Under time, no? At the beginning I did that work, no? Right? We identify this one under time controlling techniques, no? Yes, time controlling techniques. So here the objective is to ensure project will be completed on time. That's the objective, right? This aid or help to complete project on expected time periods. Right. If you take a project, normally project has few activities. Project has few activities. I will take very simple example. Suppose I am going to have a project which normally has 4 activities. I am having a project which normally has 4 activities. I will identify them as A, B, C, D. Four activities. It's a very simple one. If you look at about these activities, assume time period also for each activity. Say it will take 1 week for A, B 2 weeks, C 1 week, D 1 week. Right. A activity 1 week, B activity 2 weeks, C activity 1 week, D activity 1 week. Assume these activities take place in sequential order. Sequential order. That means one activity follow another activity. For example, here, assume A is the first activity you have to perform. After completion of the A, then we perform, suppose B, C and D. Very simple one. Right? Right. For this one, how can I draw a network diagram? Yeah, I'm going to show this relationship exist among the activities in a diagram. right? Now, in this example, what is my first activity? Here, A, no? A is my first activity. What I will do is, I will use a not, right? Not, not can right? Not to show one activity, right? Here the first activity is A. Now I am showing A here, A, right? So within bracket I can show the number of week taken for each activity also. In this case, A case, how many week it will take? 1 week, no? 1 week, within bracket I am showing 1 week. I end my first activity, A. Now, after that, what is the next activity it will take place? In this example, I have given that point also for you. B, no? B. Now, I show, now I am using a arrow here, right? Right-hand directed arrow. So, after A, that show, the next one I am going to do here is B. B. Within bracket I am showing the time also. Here 2 weeks. Then next activity is C, 1 week. Next activity is D, 1 week. This is very simple network diagram. What I have done is, I have used not to show the activity, right? Here, first one A, second one B, C, D. If you look at about this project, how many weeks it will take to complete the project? This is a very simple project, you can easily find that one. How many weeks? Huh? 5 weeks, no? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, no? It will take only 5 weeks, right? So, that can be easily found. 5 weeks. But in a complex project, this is not the case. In a complex project, you will find so many activities take place. Not 4 like this, right? At the same time, you may find different relationships. Now here very easy, because after one activity next take place, right? So practically this will not be the case, right? Therefore it is not easy work, right? So we'll look at the induction part first. Critical path method, also called network analysis. Another name for the same is network analysis. Network analysis is a technique for planning the completion of a project within the scheduled time. This is planning one, no? Planning the completion of a project within the scheduled time. A project consists of many different tasks. Some tasks cannot begin until others have been completed. In this example, for example, task number 2, in this case B. Can we perform B without completing A? Can't, no? Another example is you can't complete D without completing the C. Right? Some tasks cannot begin until others have been completed. For example, a new process cannot be tested until its development has been completed. True, no? You have to complete the development work to test it, no? In a project to introduce a major new IT system, programming work cannot begin until the system has been designed and the design has been approved. All the tasks in the project should be put in order of which can start immediately and which cannot start until others have been completed. Look at that sentence carefully. All the tasks in the project should be put in order of which can start immediately and which cannot start until others have been completed. You have to show that one, those relationships. This logical sequence of starting and completing tasks can be shown in a critical path diagram. This is called critical path diagram. That is a key word. You have to know. Critical path diagram. For each task within the project, there is an estimated time for completions, and it is then possible to calculate. Sorry, there is an estimated time for completion from start to finish of the task. There is an estimated time for completions. In my example, I assume for the A activity, estimated time is 1 week. B activity 2 weeks, C 1 week, D 1 week. Right? Right. Now, unfortunate thing is, in your study text, theory part is given without drawing diagram. But in the revision kit, there is a question to draw a diagram. Then ගොඩ ඉඳලා පීනනෝ ගන්නනවා වගේ වැඩක් මේක. Right? So, as a lecturer, I will struggle, no? Therefore, what I have done is I have given an additional note on this. I hope you have received that. Today, I think it was given. You have that, no? Additional note? I hope everyone is having. No. Some of you don't have this. This one. How many people don't have this? How many people don't have this? There are some people, no? Right. Look at the first people who have the tune. Read what is in the first 3 paras. Read the first 3 paras. I have extracted the first 3 para from the theory as it is. Nothing new. Definition also I extracted from the theory tudes. Right. Then there is a sentence given. I will have a break, no? Otherwise, some people don't have it, no? I will have an early break. Then after the break, please ensure that you get the tude. So after that, we'll continue.